Are you or someone you know addicted to porn? Stars are reaching out now, and they're talking about this. Terry Crews, one, and Jada Pickett to be exact.
Mm-hmm.
They're finally talking out about this porn addiction that is a physical addiction that can cause problems in your relationship.
Mm-hmm. So stay tuned. We're going to define porn addiction and give you the signs to look out for.
You fix your marriage, you embarrassed, they be laughing at all them broken promises and flowers don't be passing back. You can get this course for no divorce, so just imagine that. 12 weeks of Maya's life will save you from that avalanche. How can you fix your marriage? You can fix your marriage. How can you fix your marriage? How can you fix your marriage? 12 weeks of Maya's life, we can fix your marriage. 12 weeks of Maya's life, how can you fix your marriage? 12 weeks of Maya's life, help you fix your marriage. 12 weeks of Maya's life, help you fix your marriage. You can fix your marriage. You can fix your marriage. 12 weeks of Maya's life, you can fix your marriage.
All right, Maya's life. We're gonna jump right in, and we're
Mm-hmm.
talking about porn addiction today.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
which
Mm-hmm.
is a heavy topic, because a lot of adults, indulge in porn. They do, I myself have looked at porn before. I think we all have at some point.
Mm-hmm. It's a very taboo topic. A lot of people don't think of it as an addiction. It's not even in the DSM, so it's not like something you can actually diagnose yet.
No,
But it has the same features and similarities to any type of addiction: gambling, sexual, etc.
it's a real addiction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It can cause real problems.
Yes. So our celebrities, right?
Yes, they're speaking out about it now.
Yes. So Jada Pinkett, she spoke out about it recently, and she stated that before her marriage, when she was single and alone, she found herself in that rabbit hole where she was just addicted to porn.
Mm-hmm.
And she felt the need to speak out about it because a lot of women don't speak on this topic. But yes, women can be addicted to porn.
Mm-hmm.
And she also wanted to express that, through evaluation and inner work, she realized that she was trying to fill an emotional void.
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a social board too. As far as if you feel lonely, then
Mm-hmm.
this is a way to kind of bring people in without actually bringing people in. So you kind of like peeking, and so it's a lot of risque, things and taboos to that too. As far as watching some things or peeking into someone's bedroom, and those kind of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so and it's a lot of things that you really don't realize that you can get kind of caught up in too, because in the beginning it seems just kind of it seems not really innocent, but it seems okay. It seems
Mm-hmm.
okay to do these things, but you see the more and more that you watch it, the more and more you kind of push the envelope to where you know oh man, well this is interesting or this is interesting, so you kind of click more and click more and click more before you realize that you're kind of addicted to the stimulation that it provides.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of warning signs. We're gonna get to that. That will let you know that maybe things are getting out of control, or maybe a spouse or a partner it's getting out of control.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So who else we got?
Well, Terry Crews spoke out
Yes.
earlier, just recently as well. And you know what? And we love the Cruises because I loved his show when they had their show out. Well, wasn't it a great show? I thought it was a
Yeah.
great show. I enjoyed the show and just getting a peek into their family life. I thought was really, really, really great for me. And for him to speak out and say that he had a real addiction to porn, and it was jeopardizing his family, and it was hurting his home life to the point to where he would blame his wife for the things that not being subservient to the ways that the women would satisfy the men on the porn, and it got to where she had left him for a brief period of time.
Yeah, that's when he realized it was a problem. When
Mm-hmm.
his wife left. And usually it takes that degree of a problem for us to say, okay, maybe this is a problem. With any addiction, gambling, alcohol, any drugs, it usually takes a loss of some sort to kind of jar us to
Right.
realize, maybe this is a problem. So what did he do first when she said, okay, I'm out of here?
Biggest thing is you have to look within
Mm-hmm.
to say, you know what, okay, all right, this is a problem, and she's making me recognize that this is a problem. So I want to try to see what I can do to change, because the beginning at first, the very first thing is blame her. Really,
That's what
wasn't
he
it?
did
He
first.
blamed her.
He blamed her.
You know.
He's like, oh, it's because you didn't, or because you are not this. That's why I'm doing this. And I know we've all heard that in
Yes.
relationships.
Yeah, that first initial, he blamed her. You know, and we do. We blame the other person. The reason why I'm not doing this is because they're not doing this. But the only thing that we can change is what we do in the relationship. And if people have a problem with what we're doing, one, you want to kind of look and see what are they saying, you know, to try to understand, okay, could this be a problem for me? Is this a problem for everybody around me? Then it may turn into a problem for me as well. And when you actually look at those things, only thing that can change that, the only person that has the power to change it is you.
That's it. Now, Terry Crews also brought up a very important point, that this kind of triggered the infidelity issues they had earlier on in their relationship. So she was like, you're into this again? This is the very thing that led you to cheat on me the last time. So if you don't fix this, I'm out. Because now you're making yourself vulnerable to all the things that we fought to get over in our relationship earlier on.
Right, because you know, not a bunch of different faces, a bunch of different bodies, so it makes it a lot easier to kind of disengage from your spouse and kind of go into this fantasy world. But then when you go into that fantasy world, you start really thinking about, man, you know, it's easy to kind of connect with these people as well. And then when you start really connected, it turns from that mental look to an actual physical state in your body. Now you're kind of pursuing people and talking to people now and DMing people, and before you know it, you make it easier because you disengage from your relationship and from your spouse into this fantasy world, into this body of just lust, really. You know, and if you feed that lust, it will definitely come back to haunt you in your relationship.
And that porn creates those expectations that are not realistic.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So here, let's get into the signs that you or someone you know may have a problem. Okay? So here it is. First off, if you are in a place where you're neglecting your family, your social life, work obligations to view porn, that's a sign.
Yeah, if you're hiding and then you're watching porn, that's definitely a problem. Whereas as in any addiction, you know, any addiction, that's a red flag.
If you feel powerless to resist the urge to watch porn.
Yeah. Because people have so much easy access to porn nowadays. It's right there on your phone. So all you have to do is click the button.
It's like a craving.
Right.
You crave chocolate. You can't resist the chocolate, no matter what you do. All right. Do you frequently spend more time or money on porn than you initially intended?
And nowadays, you know, there's so much free porn out there now that people can kind of get roped in because they rope you in with the free porn, and then you push the envelope, and then before you know it, you're purchasing things, whether it be purchasing porn or it could be purchasing people, as far as under prostitution and things like that, you know, as well. So it's easy to push the envelope into those things in that addiction to porn.
If you have made unsuccessful attempts to limit or stop viewing porn.
It's, you know, if you can't break that habit, if you can't not look at porn, then you may want to look at it and see what that hold that it has on you.
If you continue using porn despite experiencing negative consequences, so if you're still doing it and you're getting caught by your wife, or maybe you're not making it to work on time, or maybe you got fired from a job, or got caught up at work doing something you weren't supposed to, these types of things are negative consequences that can result from this. If your bank account is real empty this month and you didn't pay the light bill and now your lights are off, whatever it may be, those are signs and consequences that things are getting out of control.
This is huge. I mean, if you're viewing porn at work, if you're viewing porn in the daytime when you're really supposed to be taking care of business or taking care of things, you know, you're putting porn over your livelihood, you're putting porn over your family, you're putting porn over your daily duties. Like, so this porn is dictating your life, it's dictating everything about you. So that right there is something that has to be addressed, because if one certain thing dictates every aspect of your life, then that one thing has too much control over your life.
It does. If you feel anxious, stressed, or irritable, if you're not able to access or view porn, That's a sign.
Yeah, yeah. If you get irritated, if somebody comes home and then you're mad because you had that time set up for porn time, and you're upset, you may have a problem. You may have an issue because you're etching out certain times in the day that you could view or watch this porn to give yourself that sexual gratification that may be pushing the envelope, because if you etch out 1 hour, then it may turn to 2, it may turn to 3, and then before you know it, you're not going to work and you're basically watching porn all day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So most importantly, if you find yourself addicted to anything, that means that you're looking for something outside of yourself to make your inner self feel whole. So it's time to really do some work.
Right.
And
Look
that's what we
within.
work with people on. You know, we've had many a client with porn addictions. and
Right.
That's
Right.
why we thought it necessary to bring this up. Because in our couples work, especially if there's infidelity, lost communication, people are thinking about separating, you know, porn creeps into those conversations a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you need help with this, we are here to help. Myers Life Coaching. Myers Life Coaching will help you with any addiction, really, but especially porn addiction. We hear it all the time, and we help a lot of our couples through this very issue, these very topics. And the success rate on this thing is you can do it. You know, it's 100% if you put your all into it.
And reach out for that first conversation. You know, we do that, you know, with consultation. So we're accessible, we're available. And, you know, this is really something that requires that inner work once again.
Right.
So we have tools and activities that we can do to help you look within to work through this.
Right.
So Terry Crews, Jada Pinkett, thank you for
For
telling
speaking
your
out.
story.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for speaking out. And keep living. And we want to say we love you all. Myers Life.
I'm alive, 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine, 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all the beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout, take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna see, then come along with me, that's right. And if you want a good tomorrow, it's pretty simple, gotta find a light to follow. And if you do, you have
The Myers helped me face the issues that were tearing my relationship apart. They provided a safe environment to work through those difficult issues associated with our children, work, finances, trust, and intimacy. I feel I achieved a closeness and a renewed commitment to my relationship. I highly encourage couples to face their challenges and give the Myers a call.
We want to thank the Myers for all of their support. We were on the brink of a divorce.
We just could not communicate. We would have the same argument over and over again.
But after a great deal of reflection, we actually enjoy being around each other again. You taught us skills that have helped us manage conflict.
Yeah, we had a great spiritual conversation with a couple that had vested interest in helping us find our peace.
As a startup entrepreneur, I have been able to leverage the Myers coaching. First of all, they are a sounding board for my personal anxieties as I develop and fine-tune my leadership. I would get so irritated. I now have a plan to manage my anger and a support system that holds me accountable. They are non-judgmental people with tremendous skill and talent, an asset for anyone trying to develop professionally.